Hey everyone, it's Crystal with Army Wife 101 coming to you today with a question from a reader. And surprisingly, I'm going to open up the floodgates again and talk about why I hate Hawaii. Be assured that this is not because I want to, but I am answering a reader's question named Kara F. I talked about this, and for those of you who don't know, I did live in Hawaii. I actually PCS from Hawaii to here to Fort Bragg in March of 2011. I wrote a two-part blog post about it, which was like one of my, it's till this day is my most popular blog post. I can just start off by saying, as I stated in my blog post, the first thing was I think I was shocked by how Hawaii looked. It is a beautiful place. I am honored, as a disclaimer, to have lived there. I thank my husband in the Army for giving me the opportunity. That being said, for one, I think being at Schofield, which is kind of in this tiny little dumpy town named Waiwa, getting there and seeing that, it kind of messed up the vision that I had, you know, like, oh, where am I going to be living? Now, I did get beautiful housing on post. Had this awesome view of the mountains. But Hawaii is overrated. It's about 65, 70 square miles, so you can go around the island in like 2 or 3 hours, and I think I've always said I'm being generous by giving it that much. Honolulu and stuff, I really didn't see the big to-do over it. You know, I was more scared of being downtown sometime in Honolulu than I was in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, we were in Honolulu before and we had a guy like roll up on us in a parking lot. Like, I thought this dude was going to snatch me out of my truck. So, I don't know, but I wasn't so much afraid of crime as I just was bored there. I was really bored. I think to really thoroughly enjoy Hawaii, you have to be an outdoors person. There's so much to do there that's outdoorsy, but like I said, you know, I don't play in volcanoes. I don't play with sharks. I don't play in the ocean. I don't play with bugs and geckos and believe in letting them live in my house. So because I don't enjoy those things, I wasn't able to enjoy Hawaii to my fullest. I love to eat. You can see I love to eat, but I think I got tired of the food after a while. I miss Hawaiian food, but I was tired of like macaroni salad with everything. I was just tired of not having the normal stuff. I don't even like Olive Garden anymore, but like they didn't even have one. I think they might have just got one. They didn't have an Applebee's. Like, really? No Applebee's? Come on. You know, like, it was just those things that you miss. And you enjoy the culture. I mean, we were big buffs about going and trying, you know, different baked goods. And I had my favorite coffee spot there that was on the North Shore that I would go to and things like that. But it was just, Hawaii was just really overrated. It was just overrated. It was expensive. We're living on a military salary. So if you got 2 kids and a husband and it's you and you want to fly back home, and I'm from the East Coast, Long Island, New York, it was extremely expensive to fly home, you know, and I wasn't the type to run home just because my husband was deployed, but being that far away, when you have a spouse that's deployed too, I was always like, okay, well, what if something happens, you know, what if people don't have the money to get here? You know, the Army doesn't say, hey, we're sending you to Hawaii, so we're going to give you a free pass to go home once a year or something. That doesn't happen. So, you know, people are quick to jump on you because you're like, oh, you're not taking advantage of the opportunity. No, we took advantage of the opportunity. We lived there. We went out, we did things, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Just like people come to Fort Bragg and they hate it. And in my mind, I'm like, this is paradise for me because I can go other places. That brings me to the other thing. Hawaii, you can't go anywhere else. There's no bridge that connects Hawaii to California or, you know, excuse me, that connects it to some state that you can drive to. Nothing like that. You have to fly everywhere you go. When I arrived there, I was like, oh, well, we can go on cruises to other islands. No, they had shut down the little ferry thing. People, oh, you can go to the other islands. No, not really. You got to pay for that. And when you got kids, you might not have a babysitter, or you got kids and it's your husband. It's not exactly cheap. That's not something you can do every week, and you can't just hop to another island unless you really. Those are pretty much my things about Hawaii. You know, I'm not going to say that it wasn't a beautiful place, because it was, but Hawaii has a lot of rundown areas. All you have to do is watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. The hospital was like freaking down, like to get to the main hospital, like, oh god, the one in the hospital in Wahiwa looks like somebody threw up the 70s, seriously. The main hospital, Tripler, they call it Crippler, I don't know why, but it's like not even close. I mean, it's just like, it made me, I don't know, my nerves was bad in Hawaii. It just really was. I didn't really care for it at all. You know, besides my house and having a nice view, it was overrated. I did enjoy the Haley Koa, which is something me and my husband and the kids would do often, which is the military resort there. Love that. I did like Waikiki, but again, Waikiki is like one strip, literally, of shopping and a bunch of sardines packed on a beach because that's where everybody goes. That's tourists. They think that's like the beach when the real beaches, in my opinion, are like, you know, North Shore, that stuff. It is what it is, and that was just my opinion, you know. And for those who are watching this, I would suggest read my articles. There's part 1 and part 2. I'll put the links below. And share your thoughts if you've ever lived in Hawaii. You know, it's my opinion. And oh my god, I can't believe you said that. You're such an ungrateful army wife. Oh my god. You serious? Okay, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm at 5 minutes and 52 seconds. I don't want to bore you to death. Don't forget to visit me at armywife101.com. Thanks.